My thoughts on the gerrymandering wars. It doesn't hurt black people. It hurts Democrats. Take it from someone who lived in majority black districts twice in my life. Once when I was a child, once by choice, because I wanted to live in an all-black district. Black mayor, black city council, black everything. It ain't worth it. See, the Democrats are in trouble. When black folks find out what Republicans can do, when they're all about business and not about being performative, oh yeah, things are about to change.
Oh, he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. Things are about to change, but I need you guys to hear my brother Vince Everett Ellison, because he's about to tell you exactly what time it is. Hit that like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep going.
We're demonstrating right now how to wield power, because we have just basically taken all of you black Marxist districts from you, and you can't do a damn thing about it. And what part of this, okay, if you know you got yourself a criminal and you're getting ready to hang him, you don't really want the criminal to go up there, like he's got honor and respect and that he's, he's brave. You want to see him, you want to see him screaming and yelling, acting like the fool and the coward that he is, because the fool he is, right? That's what you Democrats are doing. Do you idiots not understand? There is nothing you can do about a Supreme Court ruling. So you gonna protest enough where Clarence Thomas is gonna go up there and change his vote when you can't touch him? He got a lifelong. And here's the thing, they got so mad in the state of Virginia. Do you know them folks had a secret phone call and said that they were going to vote to raise the retirement rate, the retirement age. So everybody on the Virginia Supreme Court could be kicked off so they could put a whole nother court up there and have this court vote the way they want them to vote. This is how desperate they are, y'all. This is how they know they're going to lose the midterms. Do you think they'd be even talking about that if they thought they were going to win? They were talking about, the Democrats were talking about passing a law in the state of Virginia. Because the Supreme Court in the state of Virginia ruled that the new district map that Virginia had passed was unconstitutional. The Constitution says, plain as day, to pass another constitutional amendment, you have to vote for it in one session, then have an election, and then vote for it in the next session, and it has to pass each.
Shout out to Vince Everett Ellison, always coming through with the facts, data, the statistics. If you haven't checked out any of his books, I definitely think you should, and he's absolutely right. The Democrats are in trouble. You know it, I know it, they definitely know it. The one thing I will say is, as we said in the channel or on the live stream this morning, is make sure you stay prayed up, because now that they can't do anything, they can't sue their way out of it, the protest is not going to matter. Yeah. Now they'll start crashing out. So keep your head on a swivel, be safe out there, because that's all that they have at this point.
I swear some of you black people kill me. If you are not a Democrat, you are. If you're an ICE agent, you're a coon. If you are, as a black person trying to hold black people accountable for anything, you are also, and I'm fine with that, baby. I'll be a baboon, a blue moon, I don't give a damn. But one thing I won't be is a damn fool. Now, as we all know, ICE agents have been deployed to airports all around the United States to help with the TSA that's still not funded and still not being paid. Yet they are being called names and Uncle Ruckus for simply holding down an essential job that is necessary to society and very beneficial to society when it is done right. Now, I'm wondering, did you call your uncle who got 7 baby mamas that pays $12 a month in child support a coon? Or did you call your cousin the coon that sells her food stamps and don't feed her kids? That's who you need to be calling the coon to, boo. With the amount of injustice that goes on in our legal system, you think that we will be flocking to it in every area that we can and not making fun of those that have the courage to do so. As an individual that gets called a coon often because I won't vote for every Democrat that claims they're going to throw my community a few dollars, I implore those individuals to keep doing them. I tell people all the time, if you want to get into this space, you got to have thick skin. You need to callous yourself up, because you got some folks out there, man, that will come for you. There are a bunch of people out there on that Democratic plantation. They don't want to leave. And if you left, they're upset with you and they'll call you everything but a child of God. That is the truth. And hey, most of us, we're used to it and we don't care, because we know that we're standing on the right side of history. And honestly, it's really about just following the will of God and what makes, what's more in line, with the word. That's really what this is about. And unfortunately, you have a lot of people out there, man. Hey, they stuck, man. They're not in physical chains, but they're in mental chains. And it's a really sad state.
Now, every group is more powerful than black folks. That's not Donald Trump's work. That's not Joe Biden's work. That's Barack Obama's work. Before Barack Obama gets elected, you are the priority minority. The government wasn't doing nothing for you, but they had to address your issues. Whether they were for it, whether they were against it, you couldn't ignore black people. Every president until Obama had to make a stand on where they stood regarding the black agenda. Barack Obama changed the game. He was the first president in American history black people asked to do absolutely nothing. When he gets out of office, Trump takes over, and all of a sudden, Al Sharpton, who met with Barack Obama more than any black leader ever met with a president in history. Dr. King didn't meet with Kennedy and Lyndon Baines Johnson as much as Al Sharpton met with Obama, but Al Sharpton didn't deliver a single tangible good to the black community from all those meetings with Obama. Not nothing. And so when Trump gets in office, black people say, well, Donald Trump, you got to be accountable. And Donald Trump looked at us like we was crazy. You just had a black man in the White House for 8 years. Ain't did shit for none of you. Ain't do a damn thing, and y'all celebrated him.
Yeah, he's right, man. He's right to an extent, but I will say this. When Donald Trump got in office, you know, in that first term, he did more for black Americans than any other president dating back to Kennedy. That's just keeping it a buck. Opportunity zones, lowest unemployment rates. You look at the fact that highest number of home purchases, lowest interest rates that gave people the opportunity to purchase homes, guaranteed and codified money for HBCUs and almost in perpetuity. Yeah. First Step Act. Yeah. Barack Obama could have did those things, chose not to. But yet you still have black people, unfortunately, with these folks' picture in their house, and they'll make up excuses saying he couldn't do anything. It wasn't that he couldn't. Wasn't a priority of his. Didn't care.
Now, all weekend, we have seen the Democrats out here marching and doing what they do, right? And everything that I've been hearing, you know, we're slaves and we're back on the plantation and this is the Jim Crow era, right? I just know that Juneteenth is canceled. There is no way that we can sit up here and celebrate Juneteenth if we're still living in it today, according to y'all. Because see, Juneteenth, it's all about, you know, freeing of the slaves. And if we ain't free, if we're still slaves to this very day,
what you celebrating?
Then what's the point of what are we celebrating? Then here goes some plantation Negro. Well, I just want to, you know, it's a celebration of our ancestors that got free. But again, free from what? If y'all are saying that we are still in these eras, it ain't no point of us celebrating this stuff no more. At this point, it's just a waste of our time. And I bet y'all really out there showing y'all hind parts. Y'all are marching and singing and doing all of this nonsense. Meanwhile, the change happens inside the room that y'all are not in. All the Democrats do is complain, and never ever bring any solutions to the table. It's their job to oppose the right. And it's so pathetic. Democrats, especially you black Democrats, y'all are such a disgrace to the MLK legacy. Because y'all just always love to quote MLK. But one of his biggest quotes that he always say that he wants to be judged off the content of his character. And not for the skin color. And now that you have people that has dismantled these racial maps based off that very same thing. And you're going against that. I think Martin Luther King would be pissed. And you know what I'm thinking too? If Juneteenth is off the table, then you know what? The 4th of July also needs to be off the table. I bet not hear not a damn firework. I'm calling 528 cash on your ass if I hear any kind of fireworks outside my neighborhood. So y'all mean to tell me that there has been no progress made in America in no kind of way? Because as far as I know it, I'm free. I'm free to do whatever I please. And when I tell you that I'm exercising my free will the best way possible, I'm definitely doing that. And because of that, I am getting everything that I want out of life and then some. And I'm sorry, there's no white person that has held me back from getting the things that I want. But you know who has held me back? Me. When my actions, you know, there's a thing called accountability in actions. And I uphold myself to that. I've made some bad choices in life. But that's never stopped me from getting the things I want. I will never blame a white person for my mistakes.
Wow. Folks don't want to hear that, man. She's absolutely right, though. When I was out there thugging and bugging, bumping my head, you know, Wasn't nobody stopping me but me. Once I decided that, hey, I don't want to live that life anymore, I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to do some things differently. It's amazing. Good things started to happen. Once I really got into the word, man, and start trying to live, in a way that Christ would like us to live, it's amazing. Good things started to happen. This sister, she's absolutely right, man. You can't be out here marching, protesting, talking about you ain't free, but then go out there and celebrate Juneteenth next month. Oxymoron. But guess what? They'll be out there doing it, and they'll probably be protesting then, talking about how they ain't free while they're celebrating Juneteenth. You can't make this stuff up, man. On another note, this is the reason why folks need to stop listening to these daggone celebrities when it comes to political advice or anything else for that matter.
They don't have freedom. Their people are not free. It is a police state. And when you don't have that,
their freedom is different than their need of freedom is different than our need of freedom. Not all.
That's kind of patronizing to say what another person's need of freedom is. Freedom is freedom. I think they maybe they don't know. Maybe they're so brainwashed at this point they don't know how much freedom they need. But I think people yearn for freedom and they don't have it.
Say for example, you come from a place that was war torn, and you want to be free from that. That's different from I want to be free to do something that is not at the same level. So not every freedom is the same freedom. Sometimes you want to be free from tyranny. You want to be free from, people in the Congo want to be free from that oppression. People in America's freedom is a different freedom. And to say they're the same, that's not fair to the folks that are truly suffering.
I agree. I mean, we are lucky. We complain about freedom, and some of those complaints, of course, are valid, and certainly in history, they're tremendously valid. But the perspective is important. To compare ourselves to what the rest of the human race has done with this concept is important. And we generally have more freedom here than many, many people do.
Bill Maher's absolutely right. And Will.i.am has no idea what he's talking about. He's talking in circles. He's not making sense. Maybe he's hitting that, that ganja that, this dude has. Who knows? But I want to say this, man. I appreciate you guys pulling up today. This is the reason why you should not be listening to celebrities for political advice, relationship advice. I don't think you should be listening to them at all. Other than if they, you want to learn how to get into that world. And to be honest with you, I don't think you should want to do that either. But I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts on any of this? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family or buy your brother a coffee. The Cash App works as well. Links in the description box below. As always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
We won't stop. I won't quit. Stand for the truth. No counterfeit. Real ones rise. Let the fake ones split. Repent for the lies. Let the